Hello everyone, this is episode 10 of Here Comes the Pitch, a podcast about pitching story ideas. Today's guest, Matt Reveles, will be pitching a psychological sci-fi thriller called Slower, with Jason Bianco-Starnes. I would compare this story to the movies Cashback and Being John Malkovich. I'm your host, Derk Harron, and without further ado, here comes the pitch.
Actually, really.
Once again, we're in One Up Games.
One Up Games.
In Mesa, Arizona.
For all your gaming needs. When you're in downtown Denver, go to One Up Brewery.
But if you're a dick, don't come by.
Because we will shoot you.
We don't like dicks.
We don't like big dicks.
That's going to have to be cut out.
Cut that out.
I don't cut shit out, man.
It's all natural.
But anywho, we are here.
Are we starting? Is this, yeah?
Yeah, we are here to hear our friend, Matt Reveles.
Good man.
His pitch.
Okay, man.
You know, that I'm looking forward to
I feel like I'm on drunk history because I've been drinking this bottle of whiskey.
It is it does have that little bit of a feel to it.
I feel like obviously I'm about 2/3 of the way down now.
You know, sometimes that shows a little... Like this, they're faking it.
Oh no!
Yeah,
well,
no,
they
it's
switch
so
it around. Like they get them to say certain things when they're still sober, and then they get the funny parts when they're really drunk, and they mix it all together.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so what's it going to be there, Matt?
So, okay. Well, when we were first talking about doing this, I was telling you how any ideas I usually have for like kind of movies or stories or anything.
I guess you do shots.
Oh, who wants to do a shot? I got all this whiskey
can't
here.
do
We
a
just
shot.
talk Ninja Turtles, man.
Yeah, I can't.
Come on, Ninja Turtle shots.
I'll take a shot.
I can't.
All right.
I can't do a shot.
I just need
Me
mine.
neither.
So.
Jay's not.
I'm 12
Dirk's
days, bro.
not. All right.
Oh, awesome, man.
He's got his 12-day chip.
Shit, dude. Now
Yeah.
I feel bad. I'm gonna pull it away.
Yeah, here, just
What's your neighbor?
But
you can hear it in the.
Ooh, yeah, you
that's
This will be our shot to see.
hear the pouring of the Jim Beam.
all right. And then I have to start talking, so hopefully this doesn't fuck me up too much. Cheers.
Heyo.
All right.
All right. So,
I'm Matthew Reveles, and today we're going to talk about...
but
Okay, so...
originally when I told you
when we started talking about it, I said, some of the movie ideas or like story ideas that I get are from weird fucking dreams I have.
yes.
And the one that stood out to me particularly when we started talking about this was like it was a weird dream where like, objectively speaking, maybe most people wouldn't be like, oh, that fucked me up. But I woke up like freaked the fuck out. And I thought like, I needed to call somebody immediately and like find out what's going on or whatever, So this is the whole thing. Basically, in this scenario that I have, it starts out, kind of tame. It's just a group of people, and not necessarily any specific group, but people just randomly people that are associated with each other. Like, one of the people that I was with, and granted, I was a character in this scenario, was like an ex-girlfriend of my cousin's from like 8 years ago. And I don't know why the fuck she showed up, but she was there. And there were like a few other people that I recognized vaguely. Mm-hmm. So we all were like let's just say we were in Tempe, because that's the surroundings seem familiar to me in my dream.
Okay.
And I live in Tempe. We went through some sort of weird area that seemed like the airport, like a portal in Sky Harbor or something, where you're like going up an escalator.
Okay.
And when you go through there, you end up on the other side in this different. The only way I can describe it is a different reality, but it's kind of like everything is different in the sense that it's moving at a very, very small amount of the speed that, a very much slower speed than you were in your real life. So you're the only thing I could compare it to was like that movie Epic, the cartoon movie, where everything is like, for the little tiny people, everything in the big world seems like slower to them because they're like super fast.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's the other side of it. So you're the human, but and you're also in a human world, and everything is slow, and it's weird because like you kind of find this portal, and nobody else knows about it, but you're also not really supposed to know about it. And in this sequence that I had, we just walked around to like different places, and one of the places was like this cul-de-sac that again looks very familiar to like my real life, but it's totally different. Like there's just subtle differences. Like it's not the same cul-de-sac that I'm used to seeing when I'm driving or something. But in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, that's the same place, whatever. So we actually are able to like walk into the houses of these people because they're operating at such a slow rate
that they almost can't see you.
No, I mean, yeah, so slow that they're standstill. When we look at them, they're like standstill. If you stay there long enough, and this is the weird thing, is in my dream, I'd stay there long enough to actually like witness the tiniest amount of movement. But it was cool because we actually were able to like visit these people without them knowing, and kind of like get a really good idea of who they were, and just kind of like, I don't know, for somebody who's like a people watcher, you would be interested in this kind of thing. And you're going through photos, and you see like these old photographs from the 70s and stuff that are like part of this person's history. And it's weird, you know? So we keep doing this. Like, we keep going back through that portal that, like I said, is like kind of like an escalator through Sky Harbor into this place.
What do you mean, like you keep coming back out of it and then going back into it?
Yeah, exactly.
So you're coming back out in the normal reality.
And the weird thing is, like, when we're in it, we feel like we need to leave at some point, and we don't know where to go. Like, we don't know how to get back, but then we just are back. And, like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's something we can work out. Like, how do you get back? Right?
Like it almost like wears off type of thing?
Yeah. But it's weird because you go through a portal. It's not like something happens to you where it's going to wear off.
Well, that's kind of how dreams are.
Yeah.
Because you're put in scenarios and then like you're kind of taken out of the scenario.
But I mean, I like the idea of being able to like be in this different reality where everything else is slow and you're moving around. I mean, there's parts of this. And again, like I kind of framed it in my brain as like a movie. So it's like almost like you remember that movie Golden State or Golden? Yeah, with Zach Braff. What was that? Garden State.
Garden State. Yeah.
Where he takes the ecstasy and everything's like moving around him. Like, it's like that, but it's the opposite. It's like everything's so slow, and these guys are the ones that are partying. Like me and my cousin's ex-girlfriend and these other ragtag group of people.
It's like kind of like Quicksilver, like in the X-Men movies.
Yeah.
Where he's moving so fast that he can move things and shit. And I don't know.
But we're all like, seriously, like, I mean, we start figuring out a way to like bring other people into it, and I don't know how that even happens, but like we bring other people into it.
Right.
And we're going to like this one, like I said, this place in this cul-de-sac where it's a cool house to hang out in. And I mean, I remember like there's like red Solo cups. So, like, we're actually partying in this place, like in real time for us, but in such a quick time for the people that actually are in that reality that they don't ever see us at all.
So it's basically like you could take advantage
of any, you can do anything
reality,
you want in this reality, and nobody will ever know.
You could even kill people.
Well,
no,
I mean, yeah, I guess you could, technically.
Yeah, of course you could.
But the thing is, like, I guess the idea is that you don't want them to ever know that you were there or whatever, right?
Right.
So it goes on like that for a while, like where like there's different scenarios where you're a bunch of younger kids, like maybe our age, but like a little younger, like in their 20s, just partying, hanging out, and they find that this is this new place that they can go to. Almost like being John Malkovich, but like instead of being in somebody's brain, you're like in another reality and you're doing this stuff. And you can find other people that want to go in there and make them, like, make it possible for them to go there. And I don't know if you would maybe charge them and like make it beneficial to you for them to go there, or you just want other people to experience it. But then here's where it gets weird. At the end of it, and I mean that speaking like as me in my dream, we're going, we're out of it again and we're going into it again. We're going up the escalator, and this weird fucking thing happened where I felt this like external force like going inside of my body and grabbing something out of me, and it was in my fucking balls. Like, it hurt so fucking bad that I woke up. Like, I woke up with a fucking super huge pain in my balls, and that's when I was like, oh my god, dude, aliens brought me to this fucking place. So now I think this is aliens. This is like, this was some sort of alien technology that allowed me to go into that portal, but I wasn't supposed to bring other people into it. And when I did, I got fucking punished by trying to go back in, and they fucking took something from me. Like, it... I'm not exaggerating. Like, in real life, it felt like somebody fucking ripped out one of my testicles.
Now, let me ask you something. Did you wake up and you actually twisted your balls up?
No, I woke up and, like, felt my fucking balls. I was like, is everything okay down there? Everything's okay. Amy woke up. She's like, what's wrong? I'm like, dude, I just had this weird fucking dream. I was like, you need to call Tiffany right now and ask her if she just had this weird dream. My cousin's ex-girlfriend. I'm like, dude, I'm almost positive that she's having this same exact experience. Like, that was the other weird thing, is that, like, I was sure in my awake state that everybody else involved with me, like, even, like, I'm talking, like, old Zia customers that were regulars, I saw these weird people in my dream that were all part of this for some weird reason.
Yeah.
Like, we were all brought together to experience this, and then, like, when I had that shit, like, whatever happened to me that woke me up and, like, made me freak out, I was like, I need to find out what this all means. Like, I need to talk to this person or this person or this person. And I don't know. So that's my idea, but I don't know if it should be actually like somebody like me experiencing it, or if it should just be the things that they experience in the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I kind of like the idea of one person.
Yeah.
Like as in...
Like a main character.
Yeah, and you're the only person who knows about this portal.
Yeah.
And you use it to your advantage, however... Because, I mean, you could go so many different ways.
But I also like that he's bringing people in. I like that, because I like that you're kind of taking advantage of, like, the world so slowed down to the point where you can go in and you can observe everything. And then that's... When you said fucking aliens, that... It almost, like... A chill ran up my back, because I was just like... Dude,
imagine how I felt when I woke up. I was like, this is aliens. Aliens are doing this to me.
What if it is like kind of like this alien technology that like you kind of stumbled upon, and then... That's how I felt. And that's how these aliens like observe us, is that like, time... in reality is slowed down to the point where they can just fucking... Yeah. Like, observe us.
And maybe they're testing certain people and giving them the ability to do that and experience it the way they experience.
Wait, okay, so you saying, like, they're using this technology and his character or whatever stumbles upon it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're coming in and out of the portal.
Yeah, it's something that he found. There was like a rip in fucking in
the space-time continuum,
or something like that, or maybe maybe it is like a power or something, or maybe I like the portal idea, that like maybe that there was something where these aliens are able to like venture into it, and then everything slows down.
Or the aliens are already in control, and they're the ones that are just kind of like overseeing this whole thing. And that's kind of the impression that I got from this dream. But obviously, if it was like in a story...
Dude, it would be so fucking weird that like... like they're walking around and everything's like slowed down to the point where it's just everything is like still, and then like they stumble upon some people that are walking at normal speed, and then they're just like, and they're like, what the fuck?
See, and that I feel that actually kind of was.
Again?
like so everything.
So they see somebody else
that's done it as well.
That is doing it. They see somebody else doing it, and they're like, "What the fuck?" Like you know the same thing I know. Like we're both operating at the same speed in this place where nobody's supposed to be operating at this speed.
Right. And so like maybe like they're trying to chase them down or whatever, or like, "Hey man, like how did you find out about this?" And then like they're fucking running away, or maybe or
like the person looks at them and like, no, and they're like fucking they're freaked out, like something bad is gonna happen,
like you should know about this,
and then the aliens fuck up your testicles. But something happens, like
there should be that moment where it was like, oh my god, there is other people doing this, and then like trying to figure out like who has this power, who's doing this, like, and just think of like all the ideas of like, you know, in regular reality when you see like a shadow of something, or like you feel like someone's
and you wonder
in a room.
Like maybe something's going on there, and I just didn't see. Like,
it's all in my head. I'm fucking tired or whatever. But what if?
There's another, maybe it's another dimension or something where people are operating at that speed. And maybe, see, this is what I was thinking too. Like maybe I tapped into that dimension.
Right.
And maybe that escalator that I thought was at Sky Harbor Airport or whatever, like in my mind, was that portal to this other dimension where everything is operating at this speed. And instead of the speed that I'm used to, and I'm not supposed to know about that though. Like, that could be like a character could be like I don't know.
Man, no, I think this is really trippy.
Trippy.
I know. We should smoke some weed. No, I'm just kidding.
So no, I like it, man. This is like there's a lot of ways that you can go about like the reveal of like who has this power, like
how do they get the power,
how they get the power, how they develop it. Maybe it's like an anomaly that like just like
something happens where they're just randomly chosen. Maybe it's just completely arbitrary, and nobody's like, I want it. I didn't want this power, but like now I have it.
Right.
You know,
and it could be like.
Well, it's not necessarily.
It would be a really interesting.
Not a power, but
it would be a really interesting Flash story where like he doesn't realize that like, dude, you're the one fucking doing this. You're moving so fast that like you don't understand. Like you think that you're in this new dimension, new reality, but you're moving so fast that you don't even understand.
I thought of the Flash. I also thought of Ant-Man, where like when they go into like the sub. What was in the movie where he goes like down to like the subatomic level? Like everything slows down to such a like slow speed. It's kind of like that too. It's kind of like.
Like, do you think that? So it should just be like an average Joe that like fucking stumbles upon this.
But then there's other average Joes that are also, and they find each other somehow. And they experience this shit, right? And then they
so he's not taking his friends. It's just like
or he's taking his friend.
I actually kind of like the idea that maybe it's not the only portal. Maybe there's these portals all over the world.
Yeah,
and it's not necessarily. I mean, maybe there could be a part where you take people that you know because you just can't fucking believe it.
Yeah,
but those other people that you see in there aren't necessarily the people that you brought in. But they're just,
Well, that's that. I thought that would be like an interesting like what the fuck moment where.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think I like your idea earlier, where like there is the group of people, right? We know each other, and we're all going in there. But then, like, you're in there, and you see this random person. You're like, what the fuck is that guy doing there?
Right.
And those people could be like stuck, like, cause like what I imagine. What I imagine.
I've been waiting. For
maybe he comes up to him and is like, how do you get out? How did you get in here? How did you get in? We're
see, okay.
Like he starts fucking freaking out.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Picture this for a moment, right?
Okay.
Picture this for a moment.
I'm all ears.
So let's say you're in it, right?
All right.
And you're walking down the street, and you've already been in this thing a few times, so you're kind of, you know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know that it's slowed down. You know that you're watching all this shit, and then you kind of walking, and out of the corner of your eye, you see like this, let's say 20-year-old, and he's like sitting on the sidewalk playing a harmonica. at your
But in
regular
the time-
speed.
yeah, in the time
and then
and
you,
speed
you
that
just
you're- yeah.
like almost kind of like when you walk and you go, what the and you look, and then you basically go up to this kid, but the kid freaks out and runs off.
Right.
Because he's probably kind of like Newt in Aliens. Like, he's
Okay.
been stuck in this shit for so long that even someone at a regular speed is scary to him.
Yeah, like
Because he's gotten so
He's
used
so
to this
used to
new-
not. He's so used to solitaire.
Yeah,
or
right.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuck in. There we go. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's my contribution right there.
Yeah, no, I like that. That like maybe his portal like closed, and like
Yeah.
he's stuck.
Portal. Yeah. So it is
Or-
like an actual portal.
Yeah. And then that's why like maybe one guy comes up to him and is just like, where's the opening? Like
How do I get out?
in?
How do I get out, man?
Yeah, how do I get out? Like I want to go back.
And maybe maybe you
tired
could,
of being
maybe you could even
alone.
like age differently there. In a way that you don't want to age, and you're like, get me out of here. I don't want to fucking grow old in here or something.
Yeah, or maybe like you just never age because everything's moving so slow. Like maybe he's like, I've been in here.
You know,
for
that's
200
funny because
fucking years.
I had
And, like,
another very disturbing dream one time that fucked with me for
Yeah.
like the same amount of time that this dream that was this story is based off of fucked with me. And it was one of those where like I never aged and everyone around me aged.
Yeah,
So that would be a perfect tying in of weird fucking dreams that I've had, I guess.
yeah, maybe like, and then just think that like if 200 years passed, and then like
But it's only been however many years in real
Yeah,
well, in,
or
the
maybe-
person's relative time.
shoot, maybe that's 20 minutes. So like,
Yeah.
so what if?
I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, what if like?
Me too.
Inception.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of like
It's
Inception.
like little
Yeah.
monsters too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, again, Jumanji, the original Jumanji was not like that because it's the same amount of
Well,
time.
but the kid's stuck for,
Yeah,
25 years or
yeah,
some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you could even like premise it somehow with like, fuck, I lost my train of thought.
Well, I
You
thought
could
that
premise it with like this is how the time difference like
right.
you could say 1 year to this is 1
Yeah.
million years to this or whatever, you know.
Well, or just think of like, what if like that dude that is stuck in there for like 200 years? Like, what if he watched a person brush their teeth for 10 years just to like see an action and then
Yeah.
an ending to an action
Yeah.
take place, and it was just like, that's how fucking crazy he's gotten to where it was just like, I wanted to just watch something happen.
And you had to wait that long.
You had
watch
to
it
wait
happen.
that long.
Yeah.
for-
This kind of almost has a little bit of a Twilight Zone.
Yeah, dude. And okay, so
10 years.
let me add a little element to what like from like as we're talking about this, I'm remembering like certain parts of my dream. Okay, so
All right.
so like one of the places that we decided would be a cool place to party,
Right.
is this house, like I said, on a cul-de-sac, right?
Right.
And one aspect of it is actually that there is already a party going on. So there are these kids, these young 20-somethings,
Yeah.
hanging out, drinking beers, or whatever. I mean, from all assumptions, like looking at them, they're
Yeah.
partying, they're hanging
Yeah.
out. And you're actually able to sit in there with them, and you're seeing, I mean, I don't know. Okay, wait. Fuck, I lost it.
Kind of
Damn
like
it.
they can't see you.
They can't see you.
Yeah.
There's no way they could see you, but you're watching them. All right.
It would-
so
it would
so
be
one
so
of them
funny
so
because,
one of
like-
them's like looking at a picture, but it would take like a year for you to see them like look at the picture.
Right.
But you're able to see that they're looking at pictures and go into a basket that they're pulling pictures from,
Right.
and look at those fucking like this, and it's going to take them
Yeah.
forever to go
Yeah.
through those pictures.
It'd be so funny too, because like they drink the whole keg, and like, and so, and then like
Takes
in
them-
So in their
reality,
time-
they're just like, how did the fucking keg go so
Like,
fast?
oh man, you bought an empty keg. It's been here 5 minutes and it's empty.
Yeah, dude, we just fucking brought it in. Like, who fucking drank this whole keg?
That would be a great aspect of it.
Yeah, or maybe like, oh, that would be so crazy. Like, they come out of the portal, and then they actually go to that party that they were just at.
But how would you find where that place really is? I mean, say it's another dimension. How do you go to another dimension?
Maybe it sticks in your brain.
But like how you said that, like it's that reality, but it's just slowed down.
Okay.
So like you could.
So there's another way to access it that's in real time.
Right. So.
Or you could just remember.
Yeah.
Like you would come out and be like, I know where this place is.
I know where it is. Yeah.
I know where this place is.
Dude, I actually, see, and I kind of had that feeling when I woke up. I was like, I know where this place is.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought Sky Harbor, because I thought there's an escalator there. But then I also thought there's this cul-de-sac down Hardy when you're going from Baseline to Southern. I know that place. Like, it seemed a little off to me, but like, I know where that is. I know where that is.
So when you go through the
character could be like, okay, it seemed distorted a little bit to me, but I know exactly where to go.
Okay. So when you go through the portal, you don't know where you're going to end up. Is that what you're meaning? Like it's someplace that's like kind of random?
Well, I imagine it would be, yeah, I mean, it's somewhere within the, places that you ventured.
Okay. All right.
In normal time.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know, maybe. Or it could not be. I don't know. It could be anywhere. You could end up in fucking Italy.
Because that would be interesting. Like maybe like the one time that
it's almost like a Bill and Ted's like fucking telephone booth shit where you just end up somewhere.
They go through and then like then they're like, wow, we're actually here. We're like where we should be.
Yeah.
But now it's all slowed down. And that would be like, there could be like some crazy twists like where he like goes home to like see his wife and then starts like going through shit and then finds out that like she's fucking some other guy.
Oh shit, yeah.
Like, this stuff. And
you mean while he's in the portal?
Yeah, like he went back
he's
home.
Been gone so long and she doesn't know where he went, right?
Right.
So she's just like carrying on her life like Helen Hunt and fucking in
Castaway.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
she's like, I thought you were dead. She says that. I thought you were dead.
Yeah.
Or
if you're watching your wife fuck, it's all in slow motion. You're just watching one
and you just
highlight,
have to
you're
watch like for 1,000 years while like frame by frame it's like
Could be the slowest sex ever,
friction.
could be painful.
In and out.
What if you watch your friend get hit by a car or some shit and you gotta watch it in slow motion?
Dude,
Yeah, see, that's almost...
like when Josiah got hit by a car, like having to watch that would fucking
There's
suck.
gotta be something bad
In
about
slow motion.
yeah, so
Has to be.
so would it be like
You want another shot?
Heck yeah, man.
So okay, well, what about this?
So-
kind of like a what are those movies where he predicts all the bad shit and then it happens?
Quantum Leap. Oh no, Early Edition.
No, with Kevin Sawa
Devon Sawa?
or Devin Sawa.
Final
sorry.
Destination?
Yeah, Final Destination. What if it's like where he can see shit that happens because it's slowed down, but it's technically kind of like not in the future, but maybe a little bit.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
And where he comes out and he tries to like save the day, pretty much.
interesting?
I mean, I kind of like the alien shit. I mean,
I definitely like the alien shit
I like
because
it all, but
personally, that's how I felt. Like, I thought that was one. And granted, I don't know why I thought that, but when I woke up, I was like, this is aliens. Like, I honestly felt like maybe I had been abducted by aliens and I was privy to something I wasn't supposed to be privy to.
Yeah.
Like, I felt that. I felt that when I woke up the next morning. And this was in the middle of the night I woke up Amy and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I woke up the next morning. I still wasn't right in the head, dude. I was like, something happened to me last night that wasn't right. Like, maybe that's the story. Maybe in the story, you're like, dude, I don't feel right. And then you find out later, like, yeah, you were right to not feel right. Because all of this shit is going on. Like, all this weird shit is going on. And people don't know about it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
No. Like I said, like the premise is just so trippy that like it could kind of go.
It could go anywhere.
Go anywhere.
Again,
a movie.
I've said this in previous podcasts. I love the premise of this podcast because it can go anywhere. Any storyline can go anywhere.
This a movie that I recently saw, Annihilation. It's not like
Is that
your
Mortal
movie.
Kombat Annihilation?
No, it's. Did you ever see? God, man, it's Ex Machina.
Did you see Ex
I
Machina?
didn't see it, dude, and I should have seen it. Everybody told me you got to watch this movie.
Yeah,
I never did.
No, it was really good, but this is the follow up for that writer director.
Okay.
And Annihilation. What?
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. No, Annihilation is so fucking strange, but like you just go on the ride. You're just like, all right, I don't really know.
Just take me where you're gonna take me, man.
And it, once again, it like kind of deals with like a sort of a new dimension.
Those are some of my favorite movies where you're just like, just take me on the ride, dude.
Dude,
buy the ticket, take the ride.
There's a moment in the movie
I'm for it.
where, like, if for about 10, 15 minutes, there's no dialogue. You're just like, and you have no idea where you're going. Like, you're just like, okay. And then it turns into this whole fucking strange thing, and it's so beautiful, but it's also so weird. And like, the whole time I was like watching this movie, I was like, how the fuck did he get the budget to make this movie? Like, because like once again, it's like,
Is it a big budget film?
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
For what it was, I think it was like a $50 million movie, and
Well, first off, Natalie Portman.
Actually,
is
that's
like
not huge.
it's not huge, but like still,
It's
that's
not like
pretty,
a blockbuster film.
yeah, but it got a pretty big release. It didn't do well. It didn't make money, but unfortunately, and I've listened to.
But you think that there's merit?
Oh, definitely. I think.
Okay. I'll watch it.
It's definitely like one of those movies.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
Like that I would want to like return to like every year or something like that.
Yeah.
Because like and it's one of those movies you want to show to friends too, just to like to have them experience it and like and then like have like that experience like where you get to enjoy like what they take from it.
Yeah, you're like, it wasn't that bad.
You're like, tell me what you thought about that thing, because we both watched it now.
Yeah.
That was how I felt about. What the fuck was the name of that horror movie we were talking about?
Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
Cabin in the Woods.
That's how I felt. I wanted to talk to more people who saw it. I'm like, what did you think of that? Like, it's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's like equal parts horror movie, art film, fucking B movie, whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Well, and the movie that I think of, like when I saw it, was just like 2001.
Yeah.
Space Odyssey.
Okay.
That was the movie that I was just like, all right.
Wait, are you talking about
Annihilation?
Yeah, okay.
When I saw Annihilation, I was just like, I feel like this was almost in the same realm.
Did you ever see Moon?
I did.
Okay, that felt like 2001 to me. Sam Rockwell. I mean, it's a little different, but
Sam Rockwell saves that movie.
But it had that feeling of like 2001 a little bit.
Right.
It had Kubrick-esque moments.
It wanted to be Kubrick.
Yeah.
I don't,
okay. It had Kubrick aspirations.
Yes.
We'll call it that.
Yeah. Like I don't like that director, Duncan Jones.
That's fucking Bowie's son, right?
Yeah, I don't. Cool. Like, yeah.
We'll give him a chance. He's Bowie's son.
Yeah, but dude, he has made some dog.
Bowie's semen is strong, man.
He made Warcraft. He made fucking Warcraft.
Oh, well, that's true. You're right.
Yeah, and then he also made that movie with Jake Gyllenhaal where he's on like a fucking train.
Oh, god damn it. Was that him?
Yeah.
Where like half of his body survives and he's like, he doesn't know until the end, like, he's really dead or whatever.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Don't watch that. Whatever that. I don't
Whatever
know.
the fuck that movie's called.
What's it called?
I don't even know.
Snakes on a Train.
Yeah, but Jake
on a Train.
Jake on a Train. Yeah.
This podcast episode is going to be called Jake on a Train because of that.
I don't know. And then like I don't really want to watch. Duncan Jones just came out with another movie that went straight to Netflix. That's supposed to be like his Blade Runner, and I'm like, fuck that guy. Fuck you for even saying that. So, but
wait,
anyways,
did he say it's Blade Runner?
No, a lot of people have kind of like said that it's kind of in that realm.
Jay's leaving.
Viewers.
He's got to go pee.
But and so like I'm just like I don't like Duncan Jones. I know what he's trying to do. He tries a lot of things, and
what about
I
this?
Just don't think he's very successful doing it.
You go home, you make yourself some Duncan Hines, and then you watch some Duncan Jones. Maybe that'll work. Maybe that's a good way to be able to have a palate for that. I guess.
I don't know. I want to like his movies, but I don't like his movies.
You know what? That's how I felt about Moon, though. But Moon was fucking awesome, dude.
There was parts of Moon that was awesome.
There were parts of Moon that felt like fucking Prometheus almost. Like I needed a little bit more to get to there. You know, like I need that that other element. There had to be another aspect. He was missing just like one little dimension or something.
I know what you're saying. Like Prometheus almost seemed like a perfect movie, but there was something missing.
Yeah. Prometheus definitely was.
And then Alien Covenant was just like, what the fuck?
Okay,
Ridley?
I've only watched half of it, so don't tell me the end of.
All right, but
I do feel like I'm gonna be disappointed.
Yeah, no.
So
I just really hope there's a different cut of that movie that ends up coming out.
yeah, I hope so too. Jay is back. He's back in full effect.
Because I don't know.
Lay some science on us.
It's so
Jay.
funny because like like a director like Ridley Scott, like that's so
brilliant.
He's such a brilliant
Fucking genius.
But he makes stinkers, man, and it's weird.
He does.
Because it's like it's like he made The Martian, and you're just like,
That's not a fucking stinker.
no.
Well,
I'm saying that Martian was amazing. That was
No,
a
I will
great
say this:
fucking movie. I loved it.
It's in
I'm
the
glad
middle. It's in the middle. It's between stinker and a thinker.
Because I saw that in the theater, and I saw it in 3D, and I fucking loved it.
I've seen it like 15 times.
But there are a lot of like little plot problems where it's like that shouldn't be. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, but okay.
There's no way. Come on.
But it's also kind of like,
I'm gonna shoot myself through a fucking shuttle with no fucking
well,
roof, and I'm gonna end up.
Kind of reminds me of Gravity. Like Gravity was
fucking bullshit too.
right, but
that's the whole point.
like you go along with that roller coaster, and you just like say, oh well, let's see where it goes. But
I paid the money to go see it.
I can't remember who it was, but some famous comedian that we were talking to Jerry Seinfeld, and they were talking about how like everybody kind of were complaining about that movie Gravity and how like it's so unreal. And he's like, yeah, but check it out. The astronauts are George Clooney and Sandra Bullock.
Like, wait for it. George Clooney and wait for it. Sandra Bullock.
Well, just basically saying that's not the point of the movie.
Yeah.
It's to have this correction of
to have two people that used to be really big actors and are kind of all right.
It's not about
now.
space. It's about their connection.
But that's the funny thing is like, why would you sell a movie with two people that aren't exactly A-list anymore? Like,
well, they were A-list at that time, man. You have to understand that. Like,
I don't
they
think
were both
Sandra
pretty big.
Bullock was not A-list.
She made.
She was not
buttload of
A-list
money on that movie.
But she was not A-list when that movie came out.
I'd say that
There's no way.
She was okay.
That came out like what? 3 years ago.
No, it was a long,
Like 5.
longer time. than
Interstellar? Or no, is that what it's called?
Gravity.
Gravity.
So we got to wrap things up.
Okay.
We got to wrap things up. Before we do, I'm gonna find the fucking year.
But
wait,
I really enjoyed
you said
your
2010,
pitch.
right?
I said that it was a long time ago. So 8 years. That sounds right. That movie came out 8 fucking years ago.
What was the one with Matthew McConaughey?
That was Interstellar.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm getting those mixed up.
Okay. All right.
One of them. Okay. Yeah.
Dude,
No.
I got it.
The Sandra Bullock one had to wait because
Who cares?
Interstellar came out before that.
Real quick, Jay and I went and saw Interstellar at 11:30 at night. We went to 11:30 showing. We
God bless you.
both fucking fell asleep to that movie.
Yeah.
Immediately.
No, well, he fell asleep right away.
Well, how much
And I
weed had
tried-
you smoked before
No,
you
we
drank.
actually drank. We went to a bar, and that's why we were originally supposed to see the movie at 8 o'clock, and then we were like, fuck, let's get another shot.
Yeah.
Drink.
Well,
And
plus
then-
Jay
and
was
we
probably
just kept
sniffing
going.
glue in the parking lot.
Something
So
like that.
So,
Like that.
but anyways, yeah, that movie is a fucking sleeper, and then there's not much of a payoff to it, and
well,
I've lost my respect for Christopher Nolan. Too, so.
I still stand by my pitch.
Dunkirk is over fucking rated.
My pitch is better than all those movies we've been talking about. So
Exactly. So let's get this fucking made.
Smash that like button.
Smash it. Thank you for listening. I'm glad that we got to do
Glad
this
to be here,
together.
Can we do a
I think-
three-way high five real quick?
Yeah.
Wait, we gotta hear the slaps. All right, there we
That
go.
was pretty good. But yeah, no, I thought these were great pitches, man.
How about
I
it?
thought so,
I'm really
too.
stoked about it. I feel like I'm not going to be able to sleep because, like, I still want to think about these stories.
Yeah.
So thanks again for being on the show.
Thanks
Thank you for
us,
having
buddy.
us, man.
And thank you for listening. And
Thank you to One Up Games.
Yeah,
by
thank
the
you,
way.
One Up
Dude,
Games.
my
shit,
brother.
This place is awesome.
Yeah, no.
I'm telling you guys, you want Super Nintendo games, you want fucking PS4 games, they got everything. They got everything you want. Hey, rumor has it they got some Sega Saturn games that just came in that are fucking killer. So
Yeah, the guy who
go
owns
for
the
that.
place has got a big dick too.
Yeah, that too. If you're a lady
That's
out
what-
there,
That's
I'm
why
talking
they call
about my
him.
partner, not mine.
That's why they call him Nick the Dick.
Nick the Dick.
He's just all dick.
I'm all dick, dude.
That's weird, making dick jokes about my brother.
Yeah, well,
That's kind of weird.
You've seen it.
Well, you guys have probably seen each other's dicks. I don't want to get into that.
Yeah.
That could be a whole nother podcast.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
let's do that.
I mean, let's not, but
Cowabunga. All right. Thanks for listening. Bye.
You need a closer.
Yeah, I know.
You're out.
well, this is where you put your outro music. Do you have outro music?
Yeah.
Well, because everybody's going to think that it's a baseball podcast anyway, because here comes the pitch. So it just says, you should say something like quirky at the end, like, we're out, because you're out.
Like,
Baseball.
I'm Derk Harron, and that's where
Oh, wait.
the cookie crumbles.
And got him.